up the phone, and as I'm going through the phone, I see he getting nudes. And not only is he getting nudes, he's exchanging nudes. I said, excuse me, what's this? I put the phone in his face. What's this about? Wiping the sleep out his eye. What you talking about? What's this? You sending nudes to people? Oh, no, he got these apps and stuff on his phone, and he want to try to tell me, oh, it's just for money. Now that's when I find out about, oh, now you being compensated for your pictures and stuff. I didn't know about this.
But wait a minute, you didn't tell me anything about pictures. You said that it was sexual conversation. Am I?
First off, the apps was old.
These dating apps?
These dating apps was old. The pictures that she seen was actually old conversations.
I looked at the dates on one of these pictures. One of the pictures was sent on my birthday, and I was sick on my birthday. I didn't get to go out and party and celebrate my birthday, so while I'm sick, you in the bathroom taking penis pictures, sending them to people while I'm laying in the bed sick.
Mr. Parker, welcome to divorce court. Thank you very much for trusting me with your engagement, because you all are making decisions on whether or not this engagement is going to lead to marriage. Ms. Garland, I know that you all have been together for 2 years. You are indeed engaged. You've blended your family of 5 children from another relationship and 2 children from a previous relationship for you, Mr. Parker. Why are we in court today?
Well, Your Honor, I'm here today because I feel like my fiance, attitude been bad lately, always copping attitudes, and I just feel like if he's cheating, I'm gone. I'm done. There's no more second chances. There's nothing that can be done if I find out he's been cheating on me.
What do you say, sir?
Actually, I'm here to prove that there hasn't been infidelity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's been a thin line, but the line never been crossed. So I'm here to take a lie detector test to prove without reasonable doubt that I haven't done anything.
Well, you up here about to take the standard law even higher than I would. We're not in a criminal case, sir, so you don't have... I know I was a former prosecutor, but you're not on that kind of trial, bless your heart. And nobody going to jail at the end of this one, okay? Now, somebody might be put on probation, but they're not going to jail. Ms. Garland, I know that you all met 2 years ago at a kickback that you hosted. Mr. Parker came as a guest, and next thing you know, y'all are hooked up and y'all are making plans for the future. You got engaged when?
Back in January.
Okay, so
January we made the decision. Like I said, that's not the only thing, Your Honor. We're also getting ready to purchase a house. So that's another major decision I'm getting ready to make.
Yes, I understand. Both of you are supposed to put $2,500.
About $2,500. Yep.
Right, so that's a real commitment. Mr. Parker, why are you trying to buy a house with somebody that you're not married to yet? That's a big commitment. You ready for that?
Yes, I am. That's the reason I put a ring on her finger.
Because you know that this is the one that you want to marry.
This is the one I want.
And Miss Garland, I'm not buying a house with somebody that I'm not married to and I can't trust. So what were your red flags?
So, Your Honor, my first red flag was there was an incident where he disappeared for a week.
A week?
Yeah. So, we were on the phone talking. He was supposed to come to my house. He was supposed to get there at about 5 o'clock. So he started texting me. Well, he's talking about his phone charger wasn't working and that he was having problems with the car. So I said, okay, cool. I left it
Wait
alone.
1 second. You all had plans for that evening?
Yes.
And you had a time definite you were supposed to get together?
Yes, somewhere around 5 o'clock.
Okay. And keep going. So
5 o'clock rolls around. I didn't hear from him. So I'm texting. Nothing. Now we're at day 1, day 2, day 3,
wait a
day
minute.
4,
I
day
was
5.
expecting you to say midnight came.
No, now we're at day 7. All of a sudden he calls and says, can we go out? Can I take you out? I want to talk.
7 days without meaningful communication is the kind of situation that can completely change how someone views a relationship. Parker says his phone broke, his car broke down, and then the car was impounded. Garland, however, sees the situation differently because they already had an established routine and expectations. The real issue here isn't simply the broken phone, it's whether his explanation is believable enough to maintain trust.
Now, the average female, once we get to day 7, ain't no talking. There's talk about what?
Mr. Parker, what in the world was going on for 7 days?
First off, Your Honor, she's over-exaggerating. What happened was...
I'm listening.
What happened was I'm a supervisor at my job.
Okay.
I was forced to stay over, and while I'm at work, I literally had dropped my phone off the high-low and broke my screen.
You dropped your phone
My
off.
phone came out my pocket, slid out my pocket.
And it fell.
Fell, hit the ground, cracked my
Broke
screen.
the screen.
For a week.
Okay, wait a minute, Miss Garland. I'm listening to the explanation. Go ahead, Mr. Parker.
While I was leaving, I had car trouble. My car broke down, so I'm out with
No
No
phone
phone.
and no car.
no card, and I had to figure out how I get a tow.
Uh-huh. All of this is crazy. Day one.
2
On top
days
of you
prior.
forgetting
I'm
how
not
to get
listening
home?
to nothing else. Wait a minute. Day one. My phone broke, fell out of my pocket, got car trouble, got to figure out a tow, AAA not showing up. All kind of hell broke loose in my life. Day
AAA?
one. What
I
happens day
literally had to
two?
leave my car.
What happened day two?
My phone never got fixed. My car never got picked up. My car actually got impounded.
If you are in a relationship with someone that you are engaged to,
During this time frame.
were you
where
just
was it?
dating?
We were just dating during this time frame.
So you're telling me she had unreasonable expectations as to what kind of communication you needed to be in with her. Is that what we're talking about?
He was still at my house every single day for months. So we might not have officially been living together, but I think if you come into my house every single day after work for 3 months straight, we live together.
And Miss Garland, when he would go to work the next day, would he go from his house or from your house?
From my house.
Come on now, Mr. Parker. There was an expectation.
There were
If you brushing your
expectations.
teeth at my house, you at least owe me a phone call, okay?
With phone. I
Did
didn't
you
get
not
my
go
phone.
to work the next day?
Yeah, I have older children and I don't remember their phone numbers.
Okay. I'm on.
Honestly.
Okay,
Miss
Your Honor.
Garland, that's your man.
Okay, Your Honor, so.
I've
Okay.
been told her. I've been
Okay,
told
Your
her
Take it
this.
as I get it. That's
I've
your
been told
man.
her this. I don't. I deal with numbers so much.
Bless your heart. Okay.
I'm texting, calling him, making sure he gonna be on time to pick me up. He not responding, so I hops on the camera.
Wait
So-
a minute, at your house?
Yes, when I got on the camera, I hear him on the phone. What I heard was, he said, that's
Oh,
about
I
10
was
minutes.
about to say, you're
That's
lying.
about 10 minutes from me, and I'm waiting and ready with my hand.
That is not what happened.
Okay, Your Honor, since we want to bring up
Okay.
phone calls, so
Right.
he was coming to get me after work.
We're
I get
dealing
off-
with phone again.
Yes, the phone.
ahead.
So I get off at about 3:30. I'm texting, calling him, making sure he gonna be on time to pick me up.
Is that what he does? He picks you up?
Yeah, he was picking me up from work. I was getting off at 3:30.
Okay.
So I'm calling and texting to make sure he gonna be on time. He not responding. So he's not aware that the cameras in the house picks up audio. So I'm like, okay, you're not responding to my phone calls. You're not responding to the text. I need to make sure you're gonna be on time. So I hops on the camera.
Wait
So-
a minute, at your house?
Yes. Now we're officially living together.
Okay, because I was wondering, since, Mr.
Right,
Parker
so-
said they weren't living there, but this is the time where you were living together.
Correct.
Okay.
So because he wasn't answering, now I'm finna jump on the camera and start talking, hello, you gonna be on time? But when I got on the camera, I hear him on the phone. And in that phone call, what I heard was, he said, that's
Oh, I
about
was
10
gonna
minutes.
say, you're
That's
lying.
about 10 minutes from me, and I'm waiting and ready with my in my hand. So when I heard that, I'm appalled. I'm like, okay, I can't wait till he show up to pick me up. So he shows up to pick me up. I get in the car. I'm trying to play it cool. Then out of nowhere, I'm just sitting there like, you know what? Who the hell was that she was on the phone with? At first, his reaction was, what you talking about? Then he like, oh, you just imagining things. That's not what you heard. That's not what happened.
That is not what happened.
Mr.
I
Mr.
did not
Parker,
say I had my in my
I'm
hand.
sorry. Y'all have to warn me. I have a heart condition.
I did not say that.
For anybody that does not believe that these are real people, that was Exhibit A, because I did not expect that.
That is
Miss
that is
Garland,
fabricated.
but Mr. Parker, I got news for you. The way she told that story, that's the way she heard it. What was your conversation with this third party where you were coordinating, hooking up within 10 minutes with, in your hand?
See, I was on the phone with an old client of mine. I say client because...
Be careful now.
I say client because I used to do a tease. I used to get paid for it.
A tease?
Yeah, do a tease. Phone conversations, women will...
Like phone sex?
Like phone sex.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with...
Like phone sex.
Listen.
And I would get cashed out the
For
money
phone
for
sex.
this phone sex conversation.
Okay.
Now, on top of...
I tell you, brothers is entrepreneurial like a mug. I'm gonna tell you. They can come up with ways to make money.
And now the story takes a completely different turn. What Garland believed was a suspicious conversation turns out, according to Parker, to be part of a side hustle involving paid sexual conversations. That explanation might account for the phone call, but it creates another problem. Even if there was no physical cheating, secret sexual conversations with other women can still become a major relationship issue. The question is whether Parker's definition of cheating matches Garland's.
The opportunity presented itself.
And you got a good voice and you know what to say, the lady's gonna write a check. That's what you're telling me.
Exactly.
It was a cash app, but yeah.
Cash app. So are you suggesting that that conversation with the lady or whoever it was innocent sex talk? Is that
innocent sex talk?
Okay.
We had been together for over a year before I ever touched his phone, but that day it was knocking at the door saying, check that phone. So I picked up the phone, and as I'm going through the phone, I see he getting nudes. And not only is he getting nudes, he's exchanging.
The pictures that she seen was actually old conversations.
Heard Mr. Parker's explanation. I don't know if that's true. All I know is you have every reason to believe that there's some cheating as a result of listening to that conversation. That's not delusional, because if I heard that, then I'm going to think something else is going on. Am I right, Corey?
100%.
Okay, keep going, Miss Garland.
So since we want to play it innocent, there was a time where I was renting cars because we didn't have a vehicle. And we do share locations, and I seen he was at a park close to my job. I think he about to do a pop-up and come see me at work, so I'm all excited, like, he finna come see me at work. But he had been at this location for a while. I text asking him where he was going, and he said, oh, my coworker got they daughter or son got a soccer game. I can't remember exactly who it was. So I gets in the car and I ride past. As soon as I ride past, I see him and a female in a car exchanging a hug. Then when I asked him about it, like, so, you know, I seen you at the park and I seen you hugging somebody. Who was that? Oh, it ain't nothing like that. That's just a friend of mine that was going through something, because his story changed 4 times.
Mr. Parker, who was the person in the car with you at the soccer game by the park?
The person in the car, I have a close friend that was in middle of transition. She was having a bad issue. So instead of me going to her house, I told her to meet me at a park. I used a family member car so I can meet this lady at the park.
Okay.
So I can see what's really going on with her.
The fact that your friend is transitioning, that's private between you and your friend. Everybody and their mama don't need to know this lady's business until that lady wants to tell it. But it's okay for you to communicate with your partner. I have a friend that's going through some things.
I didn't know how she'd take it.
But you don't have to, listen.
But don't lie to me about it.
Yeah,
you didn't even
that's
give
it. All
me an
you have to say
opportunity
is I have a
to
friend.
even be okay with you going to see this friend, whether it was
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't
I didn't even know
matter.
they were transitioning, but I didn't know why you sitting in the car at the park.
I don't really care about that. I care more about your ability to communicate with the person that you say is your future wife. Is that your point, Miss Garland?
No, that's not my point.
Please, Lord.
Because, yes, I wish that was it. Because don't try to make it seem like I'm just imagining things, because there was a time where he likes to fall asleep sometimes watching videos. We had been together for over a year before I ever touched his phone, but that day it was knocking at the door saying, check that phone. So I picked up the phone, and as I'm going through the phone, I see he getting nudes. And not only is he getting nudes, he's exchanging nudes. I said, excuse me, what's this? I put the phone in his face. What's this about? Wiping the sleep out his eye. What you talking about? What's this? You sending nudes to people? Oh, no, he got these apps and stuff on his phone, and he want to try to tell me, oh, it's just for money. Nah.
This is where the relationship gets even more complicated. Garland says she discovered dating apps, nude exchanges, and pictures being sent to other women. Parker argues that the apps and conversations were old and that he was receiving money for some of the pictures. But from Garland's perspective, finding sexual material on your partner's phone, especially while you're already questioning their behavior, is going to raise some serious questions about what was happening behind the scenes.
That's when I find out about, oh, now you being compensated for your pictures and stuff. I didn't know about
But wait a minute, you didn't tell me anything about pictures. You said that it was sexual conversation. Am I?
First off, the apps was old.
These dating apps?
These dating apps was old. The pictures that she seen was actually old conversations.
I looked at the dates on one of these pictures. One of the pictures was sent on my birthday, and I was sick on my birthday. I didn't get to go out and party and celebrate my birthday, so while I'm sick, you in the bathroom taking penis pictures, sending them to people while I'm laying in the bed sick.
That day when she was sick, not feeling well, I sent the old picture. But I also got cashed out $400 for that picture.
Is there anything else that you want to disclose? Because
at this point, the situation is no longer about one suspicious phone call or one unexplained meeting. Garland has described multiple incidents that, taken together, have damaged her confidence in the relationship. Parker maintains that there are explanations for what she found, but the court now has a way to test some of the biggest claims directly. If you were in Garland's position, would the dating apps and nude exchanges alone be enough to end the engagement, or would you wait for the full truth?
Ms. Garland had every right to petition this court for a polygraph examination.
You'd probably
no
still
question.
be in business if I didn't find the pictures.
Mr. Parker, to his credit, agreed to your petition for a polygraph examination. Let's invite the expert to join us.
Yes, Your Honor.
I want to hear this.
Good day, Your Honor.
Good day, Mr. Yarbrough. Well, welcome back to divorce court. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Mr. John Yarbrough. Mr. Yarbrough is a certified polygraph examiner from Guardian Polygraph Services. He is this court's go-to expert for providing those services. Let's do question number 1. We asked Mr. Parker, did you have sexual contact with that woman Ms. Garland saw you with at the soccer game who you claimed is transitioning?
That is correct.
What was Mr. Parker's answer?
His answer to that was no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination revealed he was being truthful in his response to that question.
Okay. And question number 2, Mr. Yarbrough, we asked Mr. Parker, did you have sexual contact with any of those women you sent nude pictures to on those dating apps?
That is correct.
What was Mr. Parker's answer?
He answered no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination revealed there was deception to that question.
Deception?
We asked
That is not true.
Question number 3, Mr. Yarbrough, we asked Mr. Parker, since being in a relationship with Ms. Garland, have you had sexual contact with anyone other than her?
That is correct.
What was Mr. Parker's answer?
His answer was no.
What did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination revealed there was deception to that question as well.
Very clear.
He could forget it. I was
Mr.
already over here
Yarbrough,
twisting.
I'd like to say thank you so very much for your services, and you have cleared that up today.
Excuse me, Your
Thank you, Your
Honor.
Honor.
Thank you, sir.
You can have that back.
So, Mr. Parker
I'm sorry, but I knew it. You looked me in my face, and I asked you. I said, be honest with me, and you chose to lie. Lie. I knew it. I already knew it. I hate that I had to come here to find out the truth when you were given multiple opportunities to tell me the truth. But I guess a liar gonna always choose to lie first.
Mr. Parker, do you have any explanation? You have anything you want to say?
Because
He a liar.
No, I did not.
Mr. Parker.
Never had sexual
Your Honor.
intercourses with anyone.
I never asked you about sexual intercourse. If there was oral sex, if there was touching,
Your Honor.
if there was any kind of sexual contact.
I need to leave. I'm highly upset.
This is very easy. My bailiff will 100% walk you out of that room.
To go.
Ma'am.
Excuse me, by the way, don't forget to get your money back, because the last thing you want to do is buy a house with somebody you can't trust. The truth is out. And I'm so sorry that you did not tell your fiancé the truth, because guess what? You lost a fiancé, you lost a house, you lost the case.
This case started with suspicion, but by the end it became a much bigger question about trust, honesty, and whether a relationship can survive when the truth finally comes out. Garland came to court with serious concerns about the man she was planning to marry. This wasn't simply about one missed phone call or one argument. She described a pattern of situations that made her question whether Parker was being completely honest with her. First, there was the incident where Parker disappeared for nearly a week. His explanation was that his phone had broken, his car had broken down, and his vehicle eventually ended up being impounded. Parker maintained that these problems were responsible for the lack of communication. But Garland wasn't convinced, especially because the two had already developed a routine together. Then came another suspicious situation involving a phone conversation. Garland said she heard Parker speaking with someone and believed the conversation sounded like he was arranging to meet another woman. Parker eventually explained that he had been speaking with a former client as part of a paid phone sex business. But that explanation created another layer to the relationship problems. Garland later discovered dating apps and nude pictures being exchanged. Parker claimed that some of the conversations were old, and that he had received money for some of the pictures. But from Garland's perspective, discovering sexual conversations and explicit pictures while already questioning your partner's behavior would naturally make the situation much harder to ignore. And then there was the encounter at the park. Garland said she saw Parker sitting in a vehicle with another woman and watched them hug. When she confronted him, she felt his explanation changed multiple times. Parker said the woman was a close friend who was going through a difficult personal situation, and he had met her at the park because he wanted to speak with her privately. The judge even pointed out that the woman's personal circumstances were private and did not need to be exposed. But the bigger issue remained. Parker had to be able to communicate honestly with the woman he claimed he wanted to marry. And that's ultimately what brought the case to its biggest moment, the polygraph examination. Parker agreed to take the test because he wanted to prove that Garland's suspicions were wrong. The first question asked whether he had sexual contact with the woman Garland saw him with at the soccer game. According to the examiner, Parker answered no, and the test indicated that he was being truthful. But the next questions produced a completely different result. When Parker was asked whether he had sexual contact with any of the women he had sent nude pictures to, the examiner reported deception. Then came an even broader question, whether Parker had sexual contact with anyone other than Garland during their relationship. Again, the examiner reported deception. For Garland, that was the moment everything changed. She had come into court looking for answers, but instead of leaving with reassurance, she walked away believing that the doubts she had been carrying were justified. And the consequences weren't small. This wasn't just about whether the engagement would continue. The couple had also been preparing to purchase a house together, with both of them expected to contribute $2,500. The judge made the point very clearly. Buying a house with someone you don't trust can create consequences that last far longer than an argument. So what began as a question about infidelity ultimately became a question about whether this couple had enough trust left to build a future together. Garland wanted honesty. Parker wanted to prove that her suspicions were exaggerated. But after the polygraph results were presented, the relationship appeared to reach its breaking point. Sometimes the biggest warning sign in a relationship isn't one single event. It's what happens when several unanswered questions keep piling up, and eventually one final piece of information makes everything impossible to ignore. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. And if you want to see more cases where the truth is tested right in front of the judge, stay tuned, because the next courtroom story might be even more unbelievable.